Hey guys, we are back for another after show. Wrapped up week 6's games, and Jonathan and I are going to bring you our playoff bracket. So Jonathan, you go first.
Alright, so I'm going to go with my top 10. At number 10, I've got OU. That was a difficult win in the rivalry game against Texas. I'm not going to hold that too much against a big game, and Texas really showed up and was a big team. So I'm going to keep going with my top 10 at 10. 9, I'm going with UCF, the Knights. Milton, they continue to find ways to win games and win impressively. So I move them up number 9. At number 8, I got Penn State. They might be one of the best one-loss teams in the country. They could have easily won against Ohio State. They had that game won. They just need a little more time. So I got them at 8. Number 7, I've got the Texas Longhorns. The Longhorns are back. So, at least for now. So I got them at 7. At number 6, I got West Virginia. You got to let them be impressed with Will Greer and David Sills. That offense is just so much fun to watch. I really like them. If they can find their defense consistently more, they're a top 4, top 5 team in my opinion. For that, how good that offense is. At number 5, I've got Georgia Bulldogs. I really like this Bulldog team. I think there's still something there that they need to be a top 4 team, but they got them right there on the cusp. And at 4, I got Clemson. With Lawrence back, they're so much better as a team. That defense looks better. They're not stuck on the field all day. I got them at number 4. Number 3, I've got Bama. To me, they're my number 1 eye test team. But at the end of the day, when it comes to eye tests, I'm not going to put higher than 3. Until they played somebody, their best out-of-conference win was Louisville. And Louisville got trashed by Georgia Tech this weekend. So that's got to hurt Bama's resume there. And then at number 2, I've got Notre Dame. Ian Book and that defense, there's nothing you don't like about that team. And number 1, I've got Ohio State. The Buckeyes, they're just playing really great ball behind Haskins on offense and Dobbins and company at running backs. I just really love this team, the way they're playing right now. So that's my top 10. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, so I'll just say 10 through 8. We're in agreement on that. Oklahoma, I'll just say this: they're still a really good team, unless even though that they lost to Texas. UCF, I mean, the streak just continues for them. Penn State, like you mentioned, really good football team. We're leading most of that game against Ohio State, who you have number 1.
Yeah.
So they're still a really good team. Washington, they don't wow you. They win close games. They've got a great defense. They've got a good veteran quarterback. Hasn't played as well as he did as a freshman and sophomore, but I've got them at number 7. Texas, a lot of respect for them. There's a different energy around that team, and they might leap into the playoff race because some of these teams might lose in front of them. Ohio State, I agree with Jonathan. I think they're a really good team. I don't have them at number 1, but I've been beating the Dwayne Haskins drum all season long, and they've got a great running game as well to back that up. Clemson, I agree with you. Lawrence at QB. This team is a different team. They're a playoff team with them in the lineup and healthy. Notre Dame, Ian Book has changed this team. So they are actually probably one of the more balanced teams in college football with the running game, the defense, and him slinging the ball. So Bama and Georgia haven't been tested yet, but like Jonathan said, the eye test, they're really good. They're very talented. Georgia gets a test this week against LSU on the road. So it'll be interesting to see who wins that game. All right, Jonathan, let's give the fans some playoff talk here.
So for our combined playoff bracket, if the season ended today, number 1 still is Alabama. They just are so good across the board. It's easy to see on the eye test. Just really, there's nothing more they can really do, I think, to not be a number 1 for our total. Number 2, we've got the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They keep fighting their way up our board. Number 3, we've got Ohio State. They've been playing real good ball. Haskins and company in the backfield for them, great. And then at number 4, we've got Georgia. So the Bulldogs are still sitting in a number 4 spot. And number 5, we've got the Clemson Tigers. They're hanging in there waiting for some team to mess up in front of them, and they'll move right in. Maybe Georgia will screw up this week in Death Valley. We're going to find out. And number 6, making the big jump, is the Texas Longhorns. The Texas is back, at least for now. So that's how we see it right now. Mark, any closing remarks?
Well, just that this could change a lot. I mean, there's some really good teams. It's a very fluid situation. But all of these teams that are in the top 6, they've got great momentum. They've got great energy around these programs, and I just can't wait to watch the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure. I say all of them have some great tests still to come. You know, we talk about Texas might have to play Oklahoma again in the Big 12 championship. That's one good thing about the Big 12 playing everybody and having the top 2 teams play. We could easily see a rematch of that instant classic we had this last weekend. So, guys, hope you enjoy this. I'm sure you have plenty to say about our rankings and our brackets, so we'd love to hear it. So, that's all. Catch you guys later, all right?